Hi, I'm Theo from Ecological. Today I'm going to walk you through one of our more interesting projects as of late. The location for this project was Locality Brewing in Langley, BC. This project was done in cooperation with Delta Farmland and Wildlife Trust. Their goal is to implement sustainable agricultural practices to help increase productivity and maintain wildlife areas on local farmsteads. Their stewardship program revolves mainly around distributing native flowering and fruit-bearing species so that farmers can put up hedgerows, prevent wind from eroding away the soil for their crops, whilst also attracting local pollinators and creating forage space for wildlife in the area. As always with these planting projects, it started off with a lot of pots. Then placing them around the site, which was this beautiful, semi-natural amphitheater that the brewery used to host events. Once we'd figured out the plant layout, it was time to get planting. Plant by plant, layer by layer, we got them in the ground. Although usually these types of hedgerows on flatter farmlands would help prevent wind erosion, this specific environment of the amphitheater leads me to believe these plants will do a better job at preventing rain and gravitational erosion. Either way, they'll do their job. Atlas. We also went and got some fresh cut willow stakes to plant in the ground, which will grow into willow shrubs eventually. Worth mentioning that in this area there was actually already plenty of wildlife on site, including these wood ducks on the Backing Creek. This certainly is a unique site and is not something we were expecting to do during the course of our work, but we also got to visit an old western town, set that is. British Columbia is known for its pretty expansive film industry, and this set, known as Jamestown, is where they film shows like When Calls the Heart, if you've ever seen that one. Still though, after our work was finished, it was fun to play cowboy for the afternoon. It was also great to be able to come back a few weeks later and see how in such a short time, all of our planted plants were doing great and had made good progress. Speaking with the folk who run Locality Brewing, they have future plans to implement signage describing the plants in detail and their food and medicinal uses, as the First Nations people would have used them in the area. Learning about biology and then having a beer sounds like a great afternoon to me. And once again, I can't recommend this place enough. This is a really unique place to check out. Locality Brewing often has events running, and they're planning several ecologically based events in the future. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again to the Delta Farmland and Wildlife Trust for bringing Echo on board for this project. Thank you guys for watching, and maybe check out some of the other projects we've done in the past.